helvetes jävlar. Let me show you something here. Here. This ain't normal. No wonder that things is falling off. Hello YouTube! Welcome to a new Mercedes episode. You might have seen this one in the background before. I think it's called version 210. It might be a 211 with these side blinkers. I am not sure. What I'm going to do with this one, let me take out the engine and transmission out of this one, and I'll tell you when I'm doing that, while I'm doing that. So, it feels nice to do something else than the turbo third car. This is a 2001 version 210 320 CD. The engine is a 6-cylinder common rail turbo diesel. I think it puts out a bit shy of like 200 horses originally. And it got the good 722.6 gearbox. These can even be found in some Porsches and some other rather beefy American cars, so it ought to be robust. The idea here is to take out the engine, but since it's a common rail, it is not as straightforward as with the old OM 606 or 603s. So on this one I have to bring the electronically controlled injectors and all the other electrical things like the gas pedal and such. And since I'm going down that rabbit hole, I have to get past the immobilizer, and I haven't found any good way to do that. And since it's a canvas car and it got at least 10 computers in it, so I can't really see what's necessary to bring out of the car since it's talking between the computers of the canvas. So I don't know what things to bring to make it work. So I'm going to take out the engine and trans, and after that I'm going to just take apart every single wire in the whole car, starting in the boot and test start it outside of the car. If it all works out, the next step will be trying to thin out the amount of cables. There! Now the engine is out and it seems dry and good and everything. I forgot to check how many miles I had on this car actually, but if everything goes well I will find out if I get the instrument cluster going again. So now we will continue dismantling everything, and I got a couple of stuff to help me. The interior is really nice, and I don't know any value of the interior, but I'm going to try to take it out as clean as possible so I can just reassemble everything without electronics later on. That's the plan anyhow. It might change as we go along here. Another helpful thing I have used in the past, just a regular demo, is like $30 demo and a packet full of tapes for it. I also got One probably pirate copy from the internet with the electronic schematics in the back. These are not very good schematics at all, but it does cover the CAN bus on these things. I can check off every CAN bus module that I have it all out of the car to make that work. I also got from the internet a similar, but not exactly the same, so I can double check the schematics on this one if I have any problems. There are some stuff that I probably can't get working, like the AC pump, and I'm going to try to take it out, but I am set it on like I have to skip that part. And the airbags, of course, I can't use. It's just plain dangerous. So let's just take the rest one out of the car. I don't know if you noticed it, but when I pulled up in this car, it had a steel net just besides the front seats in the back of the car. That's a way in Sweden to get lower tax on the car, road tax. With that net and the back seats folded down, as you can see here, the car can be registered as a lightweight truck or a lightweight lorry if you're an American. And the reason people want to do this is, at least a few years ago, it could differ like 300 euros or dollars in road tax per year. So this car, as it is, maybe 600 euros a year in road tax. But if you folded down the seats and mounted the net, you could M.O.T the car as a lorry and half that cost. And many just dismantled the net and folded up the seats when they got home from the M.O.T. And that's the old type. Nowadays, I don't think it's half the money. I think they hired it. The road tax on lorries are higher now, but still, it's a bit cheaper than regular cars, at least. My goodness. So, there you have it. Did it seem super simple and effortless? No, not in a long shot. The way I'm filming in this, I have like tackling electrical gremlins for 3 days now, and it finally works. And I don't know if it will work in the long run. I don't have any cooling water in it either, so I didn't want to run it for too long. But it didn't seem to be in limp mode, whatever that is in Mercedes language, but it seemed to run like it should. I had a little bit problem here. There's an oil leak on the lever here, and I don't know if I have made if it's my fault when I picked out the engine that this one hooked up or something, but it is a problem that's common, this one, so I don't think it's too hard to address. The next step for all this now is, well, I have two routes I can go on this one. Figure out what is the essentials to make it run and make a new harness with this as a template and try it on the engine and see if it runs. And the other way is to okay, the OBS module here, and just follow the cables and pick it out and test start it and go back again, and of course write down everything I do so I can go back later on. If it seems like, oh, it went in limp mode, I can go back and fix that. So I have two routes on that, and the first one, if I'm going to do a new harness, I would love to get new electrical connections on everything here, and maybe some of you know where I can buy it. Of course Mercedes may fix it, but I feel like I'm just bullying them when I come in with my little projects and ask for that connector on that kind of car, and they just ask me what's the registration number, and they want to go. So I feel like I'm bugging them, asking for those kind of questions. I would love to just find it on eBay or something. But what's the future for this one? I'm, as I said, going to try to take out the cable harness and make it a little bit smaller, take out all the unnecessary stuff, and still have it running and still have it communicating with the gearbox. And maybe put it in some other car. So we'll see if I'm going to film that or not. I haven't decided yet, but this was pretty cool to make it work. I'm happy. So thanks for watching, and see you on some other stuff. Bye bye!